Hi, Steve. How are you?
Good to see you.
Nice to see you. So first, congrats on the movie. Thank you for giving me your time today. I like to throw a curveball at the beginning, as I like to just throw a curveball. So for people that have never seen anything that you've done, what do you want them to watch first?
Probably. Oh man, I don't know. Due date, maybe.
Didn't know you were in that.
Yeah, I was in that. I played Robert Downey Jr.
Steve, can I say nothing? No. That's it. That's a really good question. That's a very good question. That's a tricky one. It depends on the person, I guess, but I probably would just try to change the subject if that was the
Yeah.
Hey, let's sit down and watch one of your movies. No thanks.
You're very good at that, the changing of the subjects.
Yes.
Jack, when did you decide you wanted to have two big animated movies coming out in the same year?
I decided on that 5 years ago.
It is weird though that you have two big films this year. But,
I know there's something I don't. Not that I don't like it, but like I have this OCD thing where there's things in a row. It bugs me for some reason. Like I wish that there was a movie that came out between Luca and Ron's Gone Wrong, but it's okay. I'm happy with it. I made the decision. So.
Yeah, no, it's not like anyway. Zach, you've done a bunch of voice recordings, and I'm curious for both TV movies. Is there a difference when you are recording for different, for a movie and for TV? Is there any difference in the voice recording, or is it all pretty much the same?
Are you saying a difference between a movie and a television show voice recording?
Yeah, I butchered the way I said it, but yes.
No, that's it's the movie is a lot longer process to get go, or is a lot longer process to work on. Not that it's a ton of work, but it's just a longer span of time versus a TV show where you just go do it. It's very quick. This movie, I don't know, Jack. When did you start working on it?
I started working on this back in 2017.
2017.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. See.
Yeah, it takes a while.
Mm-hmm.
Jack, true or not true, you only did this movie to be on an episode of Between Two Ferns.
Yes, strictly.
Are we doing that?
We should.
No thanks.
Okay.
Okay, so being serious, for both of you guys though, what was it about the script and story of this that really excited you to be a part of it?
Overall, it was just a very unique story, which I love. I love stories that are just, as original as they can be, and it was really special, and I love, and it touches on the values of friendship, which I think is really important.
Stephen, I think I liked it because I'm all for questioning all this technology. I think it's just something we should talk about more and more and what it's doing to us culturally. And so, yeah, that's one of the reasons that I like the script.
One of the things about this film is that it doesn't pretend that by the end that if someone had invented a bebot, that it would just go away. I mean, it's sort of honest about that. That technology is here to stay. But I agree with you, Zach, that discussions have to be had. Could you sort of talk about the fact that the film acknowledges that technology is not going away, and we just have to find a way to live with it.
I like that too. I like that. I mean, I think you're right. It's honest. If I were prefer, I would say, hey, can we limit some of these technologies? Me personally, but it's not going to go away. So I think the filmmakers approached it with that in mind, and what may be some solutions, or at least some beginning dialogue can be spun from a movie like this. It's just it's also a very well animated movie, and to me the magic of these movies are whatever the artists do with their eyes and how they draw the facial expressions. And all. That to me is the most miraculous thing. The voice of it is interesting, but they take our voice and then they amplify it with animation. And I always find that is a very interesting part of being a part of this process, as you get to watch that thing go down, which is neat.
Yeah. Also, the animation in this is, beautiful to look at. For both of you, what was it like actually watching the finished film when you're a part of something like this? Because it must be amazing.
It is so amazing. I love this animation specifically because there's something that feels really classic about it. But it's super beautiful. The colors and the animators did a really amazing job. So yeah, it feels really good. It feels really cool because it's like it's pretty unanimous. Like you can't really tell what it's gonna look like just by recording your voice in the beginning process, because you're not looking at the animation. The animation hasn't really been done yet. So it's pretty cool in opposition to doing a live action movie where you're there and there's vision boards and you can talk to. It's much different.
Zach, your reaction?
It's not going to be good.
I blanked out. What were we talking about, Stephen?
It doesn't matter.
Sorry, honestly, I got so distracted by the sanitizer nap thing that's on the table here, and I started thinking about something else. This reminds me of class, and that I'm in school again. What was the question? I'm sorry, Stephen.
Let's move on to a different question.
What is your reaction?
Yeah, it was just your reaction to the animation.
Right, the reaction to what? So yeah, I mean, I'm with Jack on that. I did hear. I was paying attention to Jack's answer. He's right. There's
right.
You see some artwork in the beginning, and then they slowly start showing you some scenes, but it's still kind of disjointed. And then you get to see the final thing, and it is always a whoa. How you just do your little song and dance, but then there's hundreds of other people doing their song and dance, and it all comes together, and it's neat. It's neat to see. It really is.
With a lot of animated projects, people don't record together, but I read that you guys actually did record together at a certain point. Am I wrong about this, or did you guys actually at one point record together?
You can say that. Yeah, we did record together, which was actually pretty fun because I'd never actually been able to do that on an animated movie.
Yeah, what was that like? Because I would think that it's much better if you could get two people in the room together just so you can rip off each other. Yeah.
I think that was a really good idea on the writers and producers and director part. Because like you said, you never really get that opportunity to do that in animation. But we worked really well together, the banter and being able to look at Zach when we were doing it felt more genuine, maybe.
And Jack and I have been best friends ever since. We've spent most weekends together, right, Jack?
Yeah, most weekends. We did a summer camp together in Oxnard.
Summer camp together. Yeah.
Yeah.
We go skateboard.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
We go to the food court.
Yeah, we have orange Julius's every day.
Yeah.
At least we try to.
Yeah.
By the way, you told me for the last one.
I do.
Zach, I do have an individual question for you. You hosted SNL twice, I believe, and in one of the episodes, you shaved your beard on live TV. And I'm just curious, whose idea? What was that? Your idea? Because I did love that you did it and then wore a fake beard at the end.
We shaved it for a sketch, for a sketch, and then we put the beard back on for another sketch. And yeah, I don't really remember how it went down, but I think that was just because we were doing a sketch that required a mustache. And so I just said, let's just shave it off and then put it back on, I think is how it went down.
But that's great TV. Jack, you should watch the episode when you get a chance.
Okay,
I got to stop. I'm just going to say thank you so much. I hope the movie's a huge hit. Good luck with the rest of your interviews.
Thank you, Mr. Weintraub.